Good morning Queensland and good morning Logan. So we've got some really important news for Queensland today. So hopefully Queenslanders are listening because we've still got to lift those vaccination rates. So there's a couple of issues that have arisen and I think it'll demonstrate as to why it is so important for people to get vaccinated. Okay, so we have 3 new locally acquired cases in Queensland and they've been detected in Goondiwindi. Case 1 is a contact of a known cluster. We're not concerned about that person. Case 2 has been in the community for 5 days and all household contacts have tested negative. And case 3 is a woman in her 30s who's been in the community for 4 days and has had 1 dose of AstraZeneca. So we have 12 active cases. We have 5,098 tests in the last 24 hours, 10,709 vaccines by Queensland Health. 78.54% have at least of Queenslanders had 1 dose, which is fantastic. We're going to get to that 80% soon. And 65.26 are fully vaccinated. Now, the good news about Goondiwindi is this. 93.1% of the residents living in Goondiwindi have had 1 dose and 83.5% have had 2 doses. This is a highly vaccinated community. Now what it shows is that if you are unvaccinated, now 2 of these locally acquired cases were unvaccinated and the 3rd case of the woman in her 30s had just received 1 dose of the vaccine. So my message is very clear, and I've said this: if you are unvaccinated and the virus comes into your community, the virus will hunt you out. Now, it's really important in Goondiwindi, if anyone has any symptoms, to please get tested. So there will be testing facilities set up outside Goondiwindi Hospital, and we're looking at transferring the people to Brisbane later on today when convenient. Now, having said that, let me just quickly talk about the southeast and our vaccination rates. Our vaccination rates in the southeast are going quite well. Our regions are still lagging, but we have seen some great improvement. And I'm very pleased to be here today in Logan because we've actually seen an increase of vaccination rates here of nearly 5%. So the residents here, the families here in Logan are hearing the message and they are coming out to get vaccinated. There's 500 people booked in to get their vaccine here today. They can accept 600 walk-ins. So if you are currently in Logan and you're thinking, should I go and get my vaccine? You need to go and get your vaccine. As I said, this virus will hunt you out, and if you are unvaccinated, you can get very, very sick. So in the southeast of our state at the moment, nearly all of the southeast is really nearly at over 80%, except for Ipswich, Logan and Beaudesert and the Gold Coast. So the Gold Coast is sitting on around 77.4% first dose. Gold Coast needs to do a lot better. We really need to lift the Gold Coast because we know people will be coming over the borders very shortly. So people on the Gold Coast need to get vaccinated. Logan and Beaudesert 74.2% and Ipswich is 76.5%. Now, of course, our regional Queensland, we are still concerned about regional Queensland. We've seen some good increases and I'm really pleased that people are coming and getting vaccinated, but we are still concerned about northwest Queensland, far north Queensland up in the Cape communities, and I've got some of my ministers up there this week, and central Queensland 70.4%. Now here in Logan, it's great to have the Mayor here. We've got Mick de Brenny and also Linus Power. It is really important to keep coming out and getting vaccinated. And there is no better day to get vaccinated than today. So look, please come out, get vaccinated. As I said, look, Goondiwindi has probably one of the best vaccination rates in the state. I mean, it's not going to get much better than that. 93.1% first dose, 83.5% second dose. And the virus is impacting on those people who are unvaccinated.